I want to ask you something, and I want you to answer honestly, not politely. Do you feel like you're actually living, or do you just feel like you're keeping up? You wake up, check your phone, answer messages, do your job, post something, scroll, go to bed, repeat. On paper, nothing is wrong. You're functional. But late at night, in that strange in-between moment before sleep, there's this itch you can't quite scratch, this unsettling thought. Is this all I'm going to do with my one life? What scares me is that most people will feel that and then turn away from it. They'll bury it under busyness, under comfort, under whatever is easiest to reach. And that's the trap I'm talking about today. This trap is quiet. It's not poverty, failure, heartbreak. It's something much subtler. It's the illusion of progress in a life that's actually standing still. You can be in motion every day and still go nowhere, like a prisoner pacing in his cell, proud of how many steps he's taken. The walls are just invisible when you love the wallpaper. Over 2,000 years ago, Plato gave us the allegory of the cave. Prisoners chained in a dark cave, staring at shadows cast on a wall, thinking that's all there was to life. One day, a prisoner breaks free. He turns and sees the fire, climbs out, finds the sun. At first, the light blinds him. It hurts. But eventually, he learns how to see. When he comes back to tell the others, they laugh. Some threaten to kill him, because leaving the cave means destroying not just your reality, but your comfort. Today, your shadows aren't flickering firelight. They're job titles, social media, endless entertainment, or chasing approval. Things that look like reality, but are only safe projections of it. And the truth? Most people will never leave their cave, not because they can't, but because they don't want to. Psychologists talk about status quo bias, our tendency to cling to the familiar simply because it's familiar, even if it's unfulfilling, even if it's toxic, even if it's costing us years. Your brain will invent 100 logical-sounding reasons to stay. It's not the right time. What if it gets worse out there? At least I know how to handle this. But those aren't reasons. They're excuses in disguise. And every time you buy one, your cage gets more comfortable. Friedrich Nietzsche warned of becoming the last man. The last man doesn't reach for more. He reaches for comfort. He avoids risk, avoids pain, avoids any experience that could shake his soft, easy existence. He survives, but he never lives. He doesn't rebel against the system because he doesn't need to. The system has given him enough comfort to stay quiet. And over time, his soul simply forgets how to want more. The frightening thing? Modern society is designed to make the last man your default setting. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, writing during the rise of Nazi Germany, said, "The ultimate test of a moral society is the kind of world it leaves to its children." But the kind of world we shape isn't destroyed only by active evil. It's hollowed out by passive living, by people who look away day after day from what matters. Bonhoeffer warned of a dangerous stupidity, not intellectual weakness, but the refusal to think critically and act courageously. And here's the chilling part. You can be smart and still fall into it if you live your whole life inside the pre-approved boundaries. Niccolò Machiavelli famously wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." Strip away the politics, and there's a personal truth here. It is better to be respected by yourself than liked by everyone else. And yet, most people spend their lives curating an image that wins love from strangers while quietly losing respect for themselves. Here's the uncomfortable twist. Even self-improvement can be part of the trap. You read more books, take more courses, build perfect routines, but all within the safety of the cave. You can be busy upgrading the life you've outgrown instead of stepping into the messy unknown of the life you're meant to live. And when you confuse growth inside the cage with freedom outside it, you can squander entire decades thinking you're changing. Leaving the trap doesn't mean quitting your job tomorrow or running away from your life. It means one thing: acting against the gravity of comfort. Take one step towards something uncertain. Have the conversation you've been avoiding. Say yes to something you don't feel ready for. Challenge the belief you've never dared to question. The first steps out of the cave will hurt your eyes, That's normal. It's supposed to. The pain is proof your vision is expanding. Here's the part nobody likes to hear. You don't have unlimited years to figure this out. The Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, obsessed over memento mori. Remember that you will die, not someday in the abstract, real soon relative to the years you've already lived. If that thought scares you, good. It means you're starting to realize how precious each unspent day is. If you keep going exactly as you are now, what version of yourself will be sitting in that same chair in the same room 10 years from today? Will they thank you, or will they curse you for wasting their time? Because the truth is, the trap won't break on its own. The walls don't get thinner. The door doesn't swing open for the right time. You walk out when you decide to walk out. So ask yourself, when the story of your life is told, will it sound like you lived it, or like you waited for permission? You already know the exit is there. The question is whether you have the courage to use it.